So, hello again. Right, so I haven't been doing videos for a while, but something happened yesterday that really came to my attention that I really felt that I really needed to do a video on, and I just said really quite a lot there. So, as most people know, Nintendo had a press conference yesterday. Well, it was a joint press conference really. They did a press conference with the Japanese mobile gaming giant DeNA, which is spelled weird, it's D-E-N-A. So it is pronounced DeNA though. So what they announced here was a few things. The most prevalent, which would have been the announcement that Nintendo have a new hardware concept in development, going by the codename of Nintendo NX. Now, I've seen a few videos on this, and I've seen a lot of articles on this as well. A lot of people are spreading quite a lot of bullshit really. Most recently, yesterday, I seen one that stated that Nintendo are going to be releasing the system soon, even though Satoru Iwata said that it would get information on it in 2016, and I've seen the exact same person saying that it would be using the x86 CPU architecture. Now, we didn't hear anything like that. Iwata said we have more information on it next year. All he said was that new hardware concepts were being developed at Nintendo and nothing else. Now, people are just running with this story and they're just making up all the bullshit about it. So I just want to get a few things, give my perspective on this really. So I'll go into that in a few moments, but a few other things that Nintendo and DeNA did announce was that Nintendo are entering the mobile game market, putting their games on smart devices like iPads, iPhones, things like that. And they also announced that DeNA will be helping to develop their new membership program, which will replace Club Nintendo later on this year. Now, first of all, I would like to speak about the Nintendo NX because, well, everyone else is, so, but I'm not really in the same camp as them. I'm more thinking of it, if it's this, this or this, then it'll be this, this or this. So, three main things that are popping up is that it could be a successor to the Nintendo Wii U, and now if that is the case, then we won't really see much of it until next year anyway, and when we do see it next year, that means that the earliest time that it could be released is 2017 or 2018. Now, this will still give Nintendo their 5-year minimum life cycle for their systems, and it will keep the Wii U in a position where it can still sell pretty well because people won't feel that they've been, well, screwed over with it really. I mean, if I can get my Wii U going from 2017 up until 2012 to 2017 to 2018, I'd have got a really good use out of it. I already have got really good use out of it. I just hope it will last a little bit longer than that. Now, there is some people saying that it could be a handheld, and with the new 3DS have just been released, I don't think it will be a handheld, but if it is, then 2017 is probably going to be about the same time period that could be released. Now, there was a more heavily rumoured Nintendo system just last year, which was the Nintendo Fusion, which people think this might be. So, with that, what they could do, I suppose, is because they've already detached your controller from your actual system, you can play your games anywhere in your house as long as you're not too far away from your main system. Now, what they could just do with that is build a little more on the gamepad, put some tech into it so that it can run games away from the system. Obviously, you'd have to find a way to load games into the actual gamepad at the same time, have some CPU, GPU and some RAM in there at the same time, but it could work, but I think it would be a pain in the arse for people to develop for, so I'm not sure if they'll go with that at all, so that's just my opinion on that. Now, the mobile gaming thing, which Nintendo has partnered with DeNA for, in this partnership, both companies spent 22 billion yen buying shares of each other's company. With that, Nintendo now owns 10% of DeNA, and DeNA got 1.24% of Nintendo's outstanding treasury stock. So they spent 22 billion yen on each other, so they have a good little partnership going, and Now with this partnership, some people are thinking that Nintendo are going to start porting full production games from the Wii U and 3DS onto the smart devices. Now, totally not true either. And I've also seen someone saying that we're going to put games on PC, but fuck that guy. Now, Iwata stated that no full games would be ported onto smart devices. This leads me to believe that we'll get just sort of throwaway teaser games on your mobile phones or cell phones, whatever you call them, and your tablet devices, and these will be used to mainly drive sales of your Nintendo hardware, because give people a teaser of what they can get, and if they want more they have to buy the full Nintendo systems to get the full experience. Now I think this will drive some sales because there is a lot of people playing games on mobiles and tablets, so if they can get them hooked on Nintendo franchises, they'll want a bit more, and they'll need to get the actual hardware to play the full games on. Now, with the other part of the partnership with DeNA, they're also going to be developing a brand new membership service. We've already known that a new membership service is going to be coming out to replace Club Nintendo by the end of this year, but by the looks of it we'll probably get it by about November, and not much information has been given about it at the moment, so what we'll need to do is just wait and see. It could be a paid membership service like Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus, or it could just be something like Club Nintendo again, where you access it through a PC, mobile or tablet device. With that, they have said that this new membership service will sort of bring everything together, all your Nintendo systems and every other system you can access the account system from. So it could mean that we'll be getting a more unified account system on it, where you can actually access it from everywhere. Digital purchases are tied to the account instead of being tied to the system, and that will just work out better for everyone. If you have your own theories about this, please leave a comment, and I'll try to reply to everyone if anyone does comment. But yeah, let me know how you feel about this, if you're supporting or against it, and yeah, we'll see what happens by the end of this year with the mobile games, and we'll find out next year what the NX is.